When we see the Statue of Liberty, this represents our freedom, liberty, and our country. Would you ever look at the Statue of Liberty and think that she's standing on 11-point fort built for the War of 1812? The fort was built by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to protect the New York Harbor from the British Navy. And here's a picture of that 11-point fort. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers have played a vital part in the development of this country. Through the skill and knowledge of the founding engineers, our country fought wars and established many historical pieces of our nation. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers can be traced all the way back on June 16, 1775, to George Washington being the first appointed officer during American Revolution. The Army of Engineers was established to help our country fight in the American wars and develop our nation. In 1802, the American Corps of Engineers received their own branch of service. West Point, the United States Military Academy, located in New York City, started training servicemen in 1802. The students there received an education from current military engineers. West Point was the only school available for engineering education for a long time in this country. Engineers play a major role with our rivers and dams. Major Long, an engineer, achieved the greatest current with the Ohio River, using 600 wooden planks, driven 16 feet deep, to construct a wing dam in 1825. He built this dam so soundly that it did not require any major repair for 48 years due to its high quality of engineering. They have helped to build lighthouses, jetties, pier for harbors. They have mapped the navigation channels also. The topographical engineers played an integral part in strategy during wartime. They would lead troops to the correct destinations during attacks, such as in the American or Mexican War. During World War II, engineers placed bridges across rivers in Italy, France, and Germany, supporting the much disputed crossing of the Rapido, War, and Rhine rivers. While under heavy fire, engineers cleared paths for fellow troops by destroying steel buildings, which held mines. These mine-filled buildings were placed there by Germans at the beaches of Normandy. Not only do the engineers build structures for the military, but they place their lives in danger for our country and fellow servicemen too. Admittedly, by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers website, their current projects have been more unusual. For example, they state they have built the Veteran Administration Hospital, multiple missile sites, including the massive vehicle assembly building at Cape Kennedy, post office buildings, and bulk mail facilities, and armed forces recruiting centers. The engineers are utilized for environmental restoration, awareness, and maintenance. They help with waterways, bridges, levees, and flooding. They assist in time of needs, disasters, and humanitarian care to other countries in need. To be in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers takes a special person and takes more training than just an engineering degree. On the GoArmy.com website, it states, those who want to serve must first take the Army Service Vocational Aptitude Battery Test. A series of tests that helps you better understand your strengths and identify which Army jobs are best for you. Job training for an engineer officer begins with an undergraduate degree and a basic officer leadership course. Other opportunities may include taking courses at graduate schools and other military institutions. If you join the military, you still have to go through basic training. If you're a civilian, basic training is not required. For 238 years, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers have been developing, rebuilding, and preserving our nation and our world. In 2012, we are fortunate to have men and women who serve as civilians and in the military working towards a better environment and country. Thank you.